I'm here today with LPGA Hall of Famer Patty Sheehan. First of all, thank you for being a part of the Birnam family. We appreciate you joining our club and being here so frequently and sharing your experiences with all of our members. It is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, of course. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying meeting them and getting to know some of them. And I get comments kind of coming my way from the golf course periodically. Hey!
I can imagine. What do you think of this?
So it's been fun.
Well, I always love watching you swing. You have a most beautiful rhythmic golf swing. I haven't played with you, seen you from afar, but it's great to watch.
Well, my short game isn't.
Well, welcome to Birnam Wood.
There's a little problem with my short game right now.
As you may know, our ladies have their own Solheim Cup coming up in August 24th of this year. So we're just going to talk a little bit maybe about your career and your experiences within the Solheim Cup. So first off, I'd just like to know, how long did you compete on the LPGA? How many career wins, major wins did you have all during your career?
I first stepped foot on the LPGA Tour in the middle of 1980. Got my tour card then and played 6 events and played in the sort of the latter part of the year. And I finished top 5 3 times in those 6 events. And so that was a real confidence boost for me because I didn't really know how I was going to do out there. And so that really kick-started my career. And I was grateful for those 6 tournaments that I could just kind of dip my toe in and say, okay, now I get the off season a couple of months and see where we go from there.
Great. How many Solheim Cups have you been involved with, both as a player and as a captain?
I played on 4 Solheim Cup teams, and then I was captain twice. And I can tell you that I enjoyed being the captain a lot more than playing.
Really?
Yeah, which is interesting. I enjoyed playing, but it made me a nervous wreck. And I felt so much more pressure during that event than any other event, really. Because you don't want to let down your partners, you don't want to let down your team, and certainly you don't want to blow it for the country. But I think as I look back on it now, I put way too much pressure on myself. And golf is such a little microcosm of the entire world that I put too much pressure on myself for that. And so I can kind of chuckle at myself looking back on it all. But it was a lot of fun and. Got great memories, not so much on the golf course, but just with team or with captains. It was really a really special time that you got to know your fellow competitors on the LPGA Tour, and then as your teammates, it was really fun to get to know them.
That's good. And one time you were a player captain, correct?
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
no.
I thought, okay.
No.
I was going to say, because that had to be double the pressure if you didn't like being the player versus the captain.
Like I said before, I can only do one thing at a time, and I couldn't have done both.
Well, that's good. And your record in the Solheim Cup, both as player and captain?
Well, captain, I'm 1-1.
Okay.
Player, I don't remember because I don't think it was all that great. But we had, let's see, I think
you were.
I think we're 3-1,
well. Yeah.
so 3 wins to 1 loss. And our first loss came to us early in the Solheim Cup event. It was the second Solheim Cup that we played, and it was over in Scotland. And that came at a big surprise to us because we thought we were the kings and, we were just going to wipe them out again. And it just kind of,
Shocker.
oh my God, I can't believe we just lost.
And that makes you work hard for the next one, right? You
It
get
did.
over that,
Yeah,
don't
sure
be complacent.
Did. Yeah.
So what do you feel is the biggest difference between match play and stroke play, and how do you prepare differently when you're getting ready to go play in a big match play event like that versus a regular individual tour event?
Yeah, I think for the most part it's mindset. And I did not have a great mindset for playing match play. I didn't like to go head to head with somebody. It's not my, I don't really enjoy that. I enjoy much more beating 150 players than beating one player, because that to me seems too personal. Yeah. So I think the biggest thing is mindset. If you can just get over the fact that you're out there just trying to play golf and not make it a personal, I want to be you kind of thing. That to me was my biggest hurdle that I had to get over. And, sometimes I don't think I did, but it's funny. They're so similar and yet they're so different.
Did you prepare differently? I mean, as you got within a couple weeks maybe, did you do different things in your game, or did you just approach it, play the golf course and not so much the competitor?
Yeah, I didn't do anything different. I just tried to prepare the best that I could, stick to my fundamentals of practice and concentrate a lot on my short game. And but I didn't do too much different, because we would play golf. We'd play tournaments right up until the Solheim Cup, and then we'd have to, get done on a Sunday playing stroke play, and then fly and play match play. So I just really didn't try to differentiate the two, because it was so, like I said, I didn't really like that personal vendetta kind of thing.
So you kind of mentioned earlier you liked being captain versus being player a little more. What did you find were the main differences playing for the team versus captaining the team?
Well, the main difference is that I didn't feel the pressure. It was really up to the players to play well and win their own matches and kind of carry their own loads. I didn't feel the pressure as a captain hardly at all, really. I did a lot of studying, what the players were like, the personalities, the club, the balls that they used, who they were friends with, that type of thing, just to try and figure out the pairings of the teams. And there was some administrative kind of things that I had to do, but that was pretty easy compared to having to go out and hit golf shots and try to win matches. That to me was a lot easier.
So speaking of that, how about the atmospheres? The difference of an atmosphere at a Solheim Cup versus a weekly tour event, even maybe a major where you get a lot more spectators. Is there a huge difference? You see nowadays the men in the Ryder Cup, they're wanting the crowd to cheer, and Bubba Watson wants the loud noises. And how does that differ from those events?
It's completely different. It is so much fun, and it's so rambunctious, and people are screaming and singing and just carrying on. And the players, they like that. They really, because it's so different from everybody having to be quiet and still. And they love that electric feeling that you get at a Solheim Cup or a Ryder Cup, where the crowd gets into it so much more, and they're heckling, and they're screaming, and USA, and the Europe chants and the songs. It's just so much more fun, and so much of an electric atmosphere. It's bizarre, but it's awesome.
And did you enjoy that as a player? Did that kind of bring out the best in you more so than the quiet, shh, don't,
I hope so. I like to think that it got me more excited. I was so nervous and so excited about it. I couldn't really differentiate between excitement and nervousness, because it's all just your adrenaline is flying, and so there was a lot of that, and the crowd really makes you get up, and you get so into it, and you love the crowd reactions. It's for every shot, and you can tell which team they're rooting for by the reaction of the crowd. So it's really fun, and you can tell all around the golf course kind of what's going on.
Yeah. Well, finally, do you have maybe one or two real favorite memories you have from the Solheim Cup that you'd like to share?
Well, I think my favorite memory was as a captain winning, because we came from 2 points behind on the last day, and my team just played so incredibly well, and we came from behind to win, and that was obviously a huge moment for me. But it was really the moments that we spent with our captains and the things that they would say to you. That stick out in my mind. Really none of the play stuck out of my mind. It was always in the locker room team meetings, and Big Mama saying, "Go out and win the first hole." I mean, that's all she had to say to us.
And you didn't get that on a weekly basis. I mean, that's so unique, which
Yeah.
is so cool about turning golf, I think, into a team sport.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate the time. We're
Of
so
course.
happy that you're a member here at the Birnam Wood Golf Club, and
Thank you.
we hope you're enjoying your time here. We'll look forward to playing golf, hopefully, in the near future.
We'll do that.
And
We'll do that.
So thank you for everything, all the time you spent with us today.
My
Appreciate
pleasure,
it.
Mike. Mike, thanks so much, and I wish everybody good luck for the Solheim Cup here at Birnam Wood, and also back in Toledo in September.
Thank you.
All right.